friends, welcome to my channel. This is Loli. I hope you'll find a lot of value and inspiration in this video. So let's jump right in. DIY number 1. For this DIY, I'm using this block that came from my job. It's something that they were about to throw out. It's like one of those sample blocks. It's made out of, I believe it's epoxy. And I just sanded it down in order to paint it. I'm using my white chalk paint and I did it 2 coats. Then I'm taking one of these hearts that came from the DollarTree and I'm using my Arteza paint pens to write on each heart. And one I will write the word you and me on the other one. And this is how they turned out. So while that dries, I took the block and I'm just sanding it down before adding anything to it. I just wanted this to be nice and flat and a nice smooth surface. There were a couple of bumpy areas, so just make sure to pay close attention to that. And now I'm coming in with my masking tape and I'm going to put 2 pieces on the midsection of the block. I'm just bringing it all around and I'm going to leave another space. I'm not, doing any specific spacing, just, I'll pretty much eyeballing it. And I did that for the second one. I'm bringing it all the way around, making sure that everything was in the same level so my lines will be nice and straight. Now using my silver lining Waverly chalk paint, I'm going to paint in the stripes. I gave them a total of 2 coats. Friends, as I was mentioning in the beginning of the video, this video is part of a collaboration hosted by Crafted by Corie. You will find a link to her channel in the description box below, and make sure that you also stop by and click on the playlist so you are able to enjoy all of the projects made during this amazing collaboration. Now here is time to take off the masking tape, and there you see how nice and crisp those lines are. But once everything dried, I wasn't happy with the pink that the hearts were. I wanted something lighter, so I went up on top of it and painted using some of that light pink from my art studio. If you notice, I'm still using the same paintbrush with the gray on it, just to bring that down a little bit. And while the hearts dry, I'm going to go over the block and I'm going to just sand down all the edges just to bring that white back out and give this block a little bit more definition. Once the hearts were dry, I am taking them off of the blocks, and they come with a foam in the back. So just remove the foam because I just want to use the hearts nice and flat on my surface. I played a bit with the placement. I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted it, so I just tried in different places. And I finally, decided to put them towards the middle there. And I am going to be drawing with my Arteza paint pen the letter and then I'm going to go back to the hearts and draw that you and that me back onto each heart. You can always use your Cricut if you feel more confident, or just take your time like I just did and just, take your time, go slow and easy and do some hand lettering. Here I was trying to be fancy and I ended up giving the M an extra hump. So if you see there, I'm coming in with a combination of the pink and the red just to try to match the color I was able to achieve by painting over the existing paint. Now I'm going to go ahead and place everything where I like it, and I'll be using just a little bit of hot glue to do so. This is how it ended up, and I'm coming in with some of these paper flowers from the DollarTree. I'm going to use like a warm pink, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick it with a little bit of hot glue right in the center, as you see there. And this is how this turned out. There you go, in its glory. It is pretty simple. I think it's so cute. DIY number 2. For this project, I will be using one of these tiny tins from the DollarTree from the Valentine's Day collection. And the first thing that I do is just tape off the bottom section of the tin, so that way this will be as smooth and as straight as possible. I just kept a close eye on each turn, making sure there was no areas that were lifted in order to avoid any bleed. Then I came in with my silver lining chalk paint, but it was too light. It wasn't really covering much, so I went back in with my white Rust-Oleum chalk paint just to cover up those darker colors, and it will be a lot easier for me to paint it afterwards. So I always use my heat gun in between paints just to make things a little bit faster. I really enjoy working quickly and not having to wait for paint to dry. So now I'm just going to be taking off all the masking tape to reveal that nice crisp line. And it is really lovely. I just wanted to keep those light pinks, and here is how it is looking so far. Then I took one of these balls from the Dollar Tree. It comes in a set of 6, and I just hot glued it into my pail. And now I'm going to be trimming this leftover pick of just the greenery leftover from a rose bush I used for a previous DIY, and I'm going to be using it for this one here. I was there testing for some size, and I really wanted this to be nice and straight and not too tall. So I'm lifting it up, making sure that all the stems are separated and if that's the desired height. So now I'm going to take some of these hearts that came in a package from the Dollar Tree. They are very glittery, so I rather it not be as glittery but have that texture. And the pink was a little bit too bright for what I was going for. So what I did is I mixed some chalk paint with some water to water things down, and I'm going over it, giving it a very heavy dry brush and just letting it sit. And then I took a paper towel and dabbed off the excess just to tone down that pink, and that's how they all turned out. Then I came in with some of this floral moss from the Dollar Tree, and what I did was put some hot glue on top of that ball that I have this stuck onto, and I'm going to be adding my moss on top of the glue just to cover all the separation and the white ball as well. Friends, if you're enjoying the video this far, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, like, comment, let me know what you're thinking, and subscribe to my channel. It is free and it means the world to me. For the next step, I just took the hearts and I wanted to put them at the ends of these, but I wanted to be a little bit shorter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring down all of the greenery towards the base of the arrangement, and I'm going to be using my wire cutters to clip the excess pieces of the stems there so I can create a smaller tree. What I did was take one of the pieces that I cut off of the end and pre-drill or put a hole at the stem of the heart, and that made it a lot easier for the hearts to come onto the newly formed stems. I repeated the same process until all 5 of the hearts were attached. And right now you're saying, oh, that's cute, but I'm not done yet. I'm going to take some of this jute cord from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and paint it pink because I thought I had some baker's twine in this color. I didn't. Dollar Tree didn't either, so I am going with my next option to paint it the color that I need. So I just use the same pink color that I used for the hearts. Once the desired piece was completely covered, I dried it with my heat gun and used some flames to get rid of the little straggly ends. Then I bring back my arrangement, and I'm going to use this cord to put in the area where both the tin and the new gray color line meets. Here, when I meet full circle, I'm just clipping the excess and I'm tacking down the little end for a seamless look. With the remainder part of the cord, I am going to wrap it a few times around itself, creating the look of a shoelace bow. As I'm wrapping, I made sure to leave the last leg a little bit longer because I'm going to be clipping the excess, and that piece is going to serve for us to tie around the rest of the twine to create that shoelace bow. Once the knot is securely tied, I just went over and clipped off the little excess, and I'm going to add a tiny dab of hot glue to that end as well, just to make sure that everything stays nice and tidy. And I'm also trimming the tails of the bow. Then I attach the bow onto the seam of the twine there with a little bit of hot glue. And here it is how that turned out. But I'm not done yet. I want to embellish it a little bit more. I'm going to take one of these paper flowers from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue it right in the middle of the bow as well. And now this is complete. This is so cute. I hope you guys enjoy it as well, as much as I do. DIY number 3. For this project, I used one of these love signs from the Dollar Tree with a flower attached to the bow. I removed that using my spatula and some heat. And now I am just trying to level out the surface, first by scraping off any excess glue, and then I sand it down to have a nice flat area. We are going to be using that heart. But first we are going to be using our silver lining chalk paint to cover the love sign. Friends, if you stayed with me, thank you so much for sticking around and seeing this through. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also go see my friends and show their videos a little bit of love. You will be finding lots and lots of inspiration. Then I painted the heart using the same pink paint that we used for the previous DIYs. One coat was enough. And you already know it, I'm using my dryer to speed things up. I wanted the sign to have a little bit more detail, so I am making small stitch marks all around the perimeter of this sign. I am using my white Arteza paint pen. And here you're able to see the detail. What do you think so far? Then I just attached the heart onto the front using some hot glue. And of course, I gotta go extra with a small rose attached to the heart as well. And here you see it all done. Let me know what you think. I love it. DIY number 4. For this project, I'm using this little cream jar or pitcher that I got at my local thrift shop. And first I was gonna just paint it with the chalk paint, but I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more of a ceramic feel. So I took some of my spackle from the Dollar Tree, put it in my tray, and added some paint to it. I kept adding paint until it was in a pretty chalky consistency, and then I mixed it all up really nicely, make sure that it was nice and smooth, and I'm going to use it to coat my small creamer jug. I made sure to keep the strokes in the same direction to achieve a very clean pottery feel. I didn't only paint the outside, but I also made sure to paint the handle and the inside of the jug as well. I did this for 2 coats. Then I painted using the silver lining 3/4 of the jug. Then I came in with the same pink paint, and I'm going to place a line where both the colors join. And here it is after those steps. You know it, as usual, I'm not done yet. I took one of these hearts from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to paint it with the same light paint color. But it was coming up pretty brown and dark due to the background, so I came in with some white chalk paint instead, just to lighten up that base color, and then I added some of the pink in order to achieve that lighter finish I was trying to get to. I gave this heart 3 coats with the light pink color, drying it in between using my heat gun. Once everything was dry, I glued it in the middle of the picture. As you see there, I just used some hot glue. Guys, I am absolutely in love with this piece. I think this is my favorite. It is just so delicate, it's so cute. I hope you enjoy it. And here are my reveal of all my projects for this collaboration. Let me know which one is your favorite, and as always, thank you for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. Here are the links for all my social media platforms if you'd like to follow me. Don't forget to stop by in the description box and visit my friends, and you can also see the suggestions at the end of this video. Thank you.